Brooklyn, we go hard. We go hard.
Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy HipHopGamer. We gonna get straight to business, alright? First off, I wanna give a big, huge shout out to Big Ben Interactive. Like, do you guys realize what y'all have done? Like, do you really understand? Look at this joint, son. You see this? Look at this joint, man. This controller right here is crazy. This is called the Quickfire for the PS3. Alright, look at this controller, son. I'm gonna give you the details. Like, look at this joint. First of all, the first thing I want to talk about this controller is the grip. Look at the grips. Like, now, if you look at it from the side, you see these lumps right here? See that, like, the lump right here? It creates a lot better grip than normal. Wanna know why? Because look at my hands. You see how these two fingers like grip on and stuff like that? Like, if you look right here, you see like how, like, if I'm holding the controller like this finger grips right there, this finger grips right there, you know what I'm saying? Then you just got everything like that. So, first off, the grip in this controller is incredible for any game you playing. I know this is more towards the first person shooter stuff, but the grip, yo, that's what you need. Like, you need to feel like you holding your weapon when you playing a game. So these is our weapons when we playing games, yo. And it feels incredible, all right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is the triggers. If you notice, right, if you look at the traditional PlayStation controller, this slope right here is a straight. Like, I'll give you a great example. Great example. If you look at the PlayStation controller, right, you'll see that it's straight. You know what I'm saying? It's straight. You know, if you look at this controller, you'll see that it's like it has a tip to it. It has a tip. So that tip right here prevents you from your fingers like sliding off like it probably would on the original PlayStation controller. You know what I'm saying? You see it like this, like, you know what I mean? It stays on. You got more grip even when you pulling the trigger. It's crazy. Like, look at the feel of it. It's ridiculous. So the combination of the grip with the triggers, incredible design. So big shout out to Big Ben. Now, I do have a suggestion though. The D-pad, you know, is alright. I know that a lot of people like D-pads where it's one whole button with the directional pad on it, but this right here to me is a true directional pad. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything is separate, so it's more directional because it's separate. But with this controller, it's just one whole button, so it works great. Don't get me wrong, but the feeling of it, you know what I'm saying? It take a little bit getting used to, but for the most part, it's incredible. The entire controller is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only suggestion I would have for this controller. I wish it was just strictly directional, but even this is still great. It's just that I felt the other one was a little better, but this is still great. Just from the controller alone is worth the purchase. Just by having this, and it's the grip. The grip and the triggers is basically what I really love. What I really love. So, right now, this is what I have to say about this. This controller also has another feature. Another feature that's gonna blow you away. There's a reason why they call this joint Quickfire, alright?
Rangers lead the way.
And what does that mean? Quickfire, shots per second. Imagine going from 6 to 60 shots per second in a first-person shooter. Yeah, that you see when you feel me, you see where I'm going with this, right? Yeah, Battlefield 3. Imagine playing that, and you got a pistol, right? Now, when people shooting at you with a pistol, it's like pat, 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 pat. But with this controller, it's pat. Crazy, crazy. But also, this controller will actually show you the difference between real shooters and arcade shooters. I'm telling y'all, when y'all see the demonstration that I have for y'all on this review of this controller, you're gonna love me again. Word up. It's crazy. And I got a special guest that's gonna showcase something real dope, something real hot for y'all, alright? So, the next thing I wanted to say is, and this is just another suggestion, but I think it'd be cool if, I mean, they don't have to do this, but I know that there's gamers out there that probably would request this. So this is just a suggestion for you guys over there at Big Ben Entertainment. Interactive. This back right here, where the batteries go and stuff like that. Because what you do is when you put the batteries in here, there's a USB port. There's a USB adapter that you plug into your PlayStation 3, and it reads it based off that. So the thing is, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, it's completely different. It's very separated, and like I said, the grip in this controller is incredible. But if this back wasn't there and it was a straight smooth, and they created a wired controller experience with this type of controller, I think that option is significant and necessary just for those other type of gamers that may not be a fan of the back right here. But overall, the controller is incredible. It's definitely, you can tell that they put a lot of work and thought in the process of creating this controller. So big salute to Big Ben Interactive, and I'm telling y'all, if you don't got this controller, you're really gonna be missing out, especially if you're a hardcore shooter fan, on a PlayStation 3, considering the 360 got triggers and a lot of people are more fond of the 360 version of the shooters. This controller will change a lot of people's minds. This controller definitely has a lot of personality to it in terms of the power you feel when you're using this controller. The grip, y'all, I'm telling you that the grip is what do it. So a lot of y'all want to know how it works. I'm gonna show you how it works. So what it is if you look closely, right? If you look closely, hopefully you guys can see this really good. But if you look closely, right, you're gonna see some numbers and stuff. And what it is these numbers is letting you know your settings. So when you hit select in the home button like this, when you hit that, right, you could choose what button you want to configure for your Quickfire. So if you like to shoot with this button, you can set this button for your Quickfire. If you shoot with R1, you can set R1. If you're a different type of gamer and you use X to shoot, whatever it is, whatever button you want to choose for Quickfire, you can do that when you push select and home at the same time. You could choose what it is. See, right now it says program, so you choose what button you want. So I'm gonna choose R1. Now that I got R1, I hit these two buttons again, and now it's set. Now, if you want to set the frames per second, well, not the frames per second, but the shots per second, you're gonna hit start and select at the same time. When you start and select at the same time, you have M6, M5, M4, M3, M2, and M1. Now M1 is automatically set to 8 shots. M2 is set to 10 shots. M3 is set to 20 shots. I hope you guys can see this well. M4 is set to 32 shots. M5 is set to 48 shots per second. And M6 can go up to 60 shots per second. So you would just hit select. Now when you want to go up to 60, you just hit select and you just keep pushing all the way up until you at that 60. And when you get to that 60, as you see here, I hope you can see it. But as you see here, now I'm at the 60. Now that I'm at 60, you hit start and select at the same time, and it saves it. Everything is saved now. So once again, you hit start, you hit select and the home button at the same time. That right there allows you to choose which button you want to be for your Quickfire. Okay? Then you hit start and select at the same time, and then you could choose what setting you want in terms of 8 shots per second, 10 shots per second, 48 shots per second, however you want to do it. Then you hit select if you want to just go straight up to 60. And then you just keep going all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. When you're finished with your settings and everything that you want done is done, you hit start and select, and then that's it. You're good. You're done right there. So now it's time to play. So you can see what the results are when you're playing this game, when you're playing with this controller. All right? Are you ready? Now I'm gonna have some assistance. All right? You wanna know why I'm gonna have some assistance? Because this is just one controller. I have another one just like it. Shout out to Big Ben Interactive. We about to get it on. One love and God bless. Stay tuned for the video demonstration. If you don't got this controller, slap yourself in the face and the ear. Because if you're a real gamer and you're a real shooter fan, this is definitely worth picking up. One love, God bless. Be right back for the demonstration. Now, check this out. Before we start that footage that I was telling y'all about, right? I know y'all wondering who my special guest is, right? I know y'all wondering who's going to actually be the person demonstrating this controller, how well it works, right? Well, put it like this. All y'all shooter fans out there, all y'all dudes out there that think y'all nice, think y'all got skills, I got somebody that'll bust your ways. Alright? You ready? It's my baby right here. Come here, Mika. Love you.
Love you too.
Alright, now let's get it. First off, just to introduce y'all, if y'all don't know, but this is the girl y'all see in the beginning of the intros every single week on the show, alright? It's my baby Mika, love her to death. She's a hardcore gamer and she'll kick your ass. And not just shooters or those, no. She gets everything. It in, son. Check her status, check her police record. No, that's not playing. But babe, there's the controller, and briefly just let them know what your experience was like with Call of Duty and Battlefield, and then after that, I'm gonna do my thing.
Alright, so I first played Battlefield 3 first with this. What I noticed with the game is since it has recoil and everything, once I played it, what I believe it was on 48 frags.
It was 48 shots per second at first.
48 shots per second. The gun did have some recoil that goes up, so if you are the type that aims straight for the neck so it could go up to the head, I advise that you shoot to the chest first, and then it'll just aim up, just like how in real life would. And I played with Call of Duty, I played with Modern Warfare 2, and this would be perfect for it. There's really not too much recoil in that game with certain guns. So I believe I played with the ACR, which doesn't have, it's locked on and everything, but I didn't have any problems, and it just shoots perfectly. But with Battlefield, there is some recoil type of obstacles you have to get through. You'll have to play with the control a little bit more to kind of master it out. But with Call of Duty, it's perfect.
Wow. Now, that right there sums it up. So, that was the wordplay. Now we about to see the actual gameplay. But just to let y'all know, even though she tested it out on Battlefield and Call of Duty, today, right now, we're going to only show you Call of Duty. Only. You want to know why? Because I got another video. I have another video planned with this Big Ben Interactive controller. And this right here, the video, the goal of it is basically to kind of fix all the denial that's going on in the industry regarding Call of Duty and Battlefield. One, they both great, but one is an arcade and one is a lot more realistic. And you'll be surprised at how this controller actually reveals and shows distinctly and significantly that Battlefield 3 is the much more realistic shooter, and Call of Duty is the much more arcade type of shooter. Now, the majority, you know that, but there's a lot of people that don't. This controller reveals all. Stay tuned for that video. But right now, enjoy Call of Duty Modern Warfare Part 2 right now.
Team Deathmatch. Rangers lead the way. package out.